Alrighty, we're up, guys. Here we go. It is here. We are live, and this is the beginning of the Pretty Girl Army Charity Extravaganza for Sanctum House. Thank you all for being here. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of you in chat already. Hello. Welcome our guests here with me today. We have Miss Karen and Samantha from Sanctum House. So say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome in. Oh my goodness. Hello, chat. I'm not even gonna call each of you out by name because there's so many of you here. But thank you all for being here. Oh my goodness. Y'all jumped on the Twitter retweets, the things. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Okay, so today, there's 36 hours of consecutive stream time. It starts now. And I'm like only 2 minutes late, 3 minutes late, because I had to redo the cameras, but we got this and we're fine. And everything is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. So welcome in, Karen and Samantha. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us and doing this.
I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm only a little nervous, but that's more about the entirety of 36 hours of stream time, which I initially, when I went to set this up, I was like, you know, it'd be fun if I got a couple other girls and we did like a girls thing. And we did like a couple of streams in a row and did like a little cute little raid train for like, what if we did like 12 hours? Or we could be really ambitious and do like 24 hours. And then within like 2 days of asking if people were interested, I had 11 ladies be like, pick me, pick me, pick me. And then they were all like, I was like, okay, so do you guys want like 2-hour shifts or 4-hour shifts? Like, what are you guys thinking? And then several of them were like, oh yeah, I could do 4 hours. And I'm like, start counting and adding it up. And I'm like, guys, we're at 36 hours. What the heck? So that's why it got so big. I didn't even mean for it to be this long of an event. But it just kind of went, okay,
Yeah.
okay, we got this. So for chat, we have a couple of things going on today. There is the, we have, Hawk just dropped the donation link. That is for my campaign. There is also the entire campaign with all of the girls. So whoever you want to donate to throughout the event, do the thing. Just pick somebody and have them be your person. We have a giveaway that's kind of a door prize. I think you guys have some background noise. Oops, I clicked off of the tab. Now we vanished.
Yeah, we're gonna tell them.
And so ticket, yes, exclamation point ticket in chat will be your way to enter into the giveaway, and that is for a dual game pack from Vagabond Dog, the Always Sometimes Monsters, Sometimes Always Monsters. They donated enough games for each of the ladies to give away a pack. So big thank you to our sponsors. Vagabond Dog and Lord of the Rings Online are both sponsoring us. And thank you to Sanctum House for donating some merch. We will have some merch giveaways from you guys, so that's super exciting. Love that. Yeah, everybody who's already here, exclamation point ticket in chat to get entered in the giveaway. And exclamation point donate for the link to donate. Alrighty. Now that all the housekeeping is done, thank you so much for being here. Do you two want to just tell us a little bit about who is Sanctum House? What do you guys do? Just give us the lowdown.
Okay, so I'll start. So I'm Karen, and I'm the executive director. So we're a long-term residential program for victims of human trafficking. So the women come to us and we offer full services, mental health care, physical health care, legal support, substance abuse recovery, education. And most of the women stay for about 2 years to really take their life back and find their voice. And Samantha has been with us for 1.5 years now, and she's made incredible progress, and she's a superstar. You want to mention anything?
Yeah. You come here without hope, and I've been here for 1.5 years now, and that's one of the first things you acquire is hope for your future. The staff here it's like having 3 moms who love you unconditionally and help you build your self-esteem back up so that you want to live and you want a new life. You know, Karen is, even though I'm like probably almost the same age as she is, she loves me like a mom and supports me like a mom, you know, and we're family and we help each other every day to make it through the battles and the therapy that we go through every day. You know, all the girls help each other, and you know, I'm happy to say that, you know, I've made it a long way in my journey here. My liver was failing when I got here. I just finished Hep C treatment and I'm cured. I have had my teeth done. I had a bad infection in my mouth. I have gotten therapy, trauma therapy to help with the abuse I've gone through with my trafficker. There's so much that they offer here. It's unlike any place I've ever been. And hopefully we can get more places like this, you know, set up around the country, because there are many more women out there like me who need the help. And, you know, I would suggest to anybody that, you know, is coming out of traumatic, you know, situations like I came from, that they were to come here, because they take care of everything, the whole you, not just get you out of the situation. They guide you through the long overdue road of recovery, you know, for you here. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing that you've recovered from so much. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh, there's our first donation.
Yeah, and this is Samantha's first time publicly speaking, so this is a big
proud
step for her too. Yeah, yay. And she's an incredible woman, and as we said, we develop a journey individualized for each woman that comes in, where they are in their journey and what the help is they need. And Samantha's a real star.
Thank you. I love being here. You know, I do. This is like a home I never had before, and the love I never had before. So I have sisters now, you know, that we would do anything for each other. We support each other. I go to any meetings, and I go to therapy meetings, and I do a lot for myself. But I wouldn't be able to do any of that if it wasn't for the support I received from Sanctum House. I wouldn't be close to where I am now if it hadn't been from Sanctum House. They just helped.
Chat was filling up with hearts for you. They were sending you a bunch of hearts. Oh my goodness. That's incredible. We're all very proud of you.
Thank you.
And each woman's story is different, and each journey is different. So we have a house full of women that Samantha's been here a year and a half. We have some women that have been here 2 years and are getting ready to take their life back and their voice back, and are getting ready to live independently. And we have a group of women that have been here since like December time frame. So they're all on their individual journey. And as Samantha said, they're sisters. This is their family, and they help each other. Samantha now mentors some of the newer women when they have their struggles of, leaving the life and staying here, and the substance abuse, the physical abuse, the trafficking. So they help each other on their journey.
We do. That's the one commonality we all have here. And that's why we get so close, is because other people can't understand what it's like to be, held captive, and, to go through the things we've all gone through. And we do understand that. And, it forms a solid bond between us. And then to have, this amazing staff who loves us right from the get. We don't have to earn that trust, that love. It's pretty amazing. So, I never experienced anything like this, and I feel very qualified to say that the other girls haven't either. The support we get is phenomenal.
We have more hearts again in chat, and we have one comment from King Rome. He says, I do want to offer my words of support. You're so powerful for surviving so much, and a beacon of light and hope for others facing similar traumas. And more heart. There's lots of love in chat.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Okay, one of the things that is really so part of our mission is to educate people and see that these women are real women, and they have a soul, and they are worthy of their life. So we're so grateful for this opportunity to reach a new audience, to talk about the realities of what's going on there. It's not sensational like it's sometimes portrayed, but these are real women that walk life, and were robbed of their opportunity, of their voice, and their self, robbed of being a full human being. And so we're grateful to be able to share, and for Samantha to be able to talk about, which a year ago she could never have talked about.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't even have been able to 6 months ago. But now I'm sharing my story in my NA program, which really helped to be able to share here. My situation isn't the same. All of us girls don't have the same story, but because we've all been trafficked, essentially it is the same. It didn't happen the same way. I mean, unfortunately, my trafficking happened as a child, but I get the same support here just as, any of the other women would, because it changed and altered my whole entire life, and I feel so blessed to get the love and support that I get from the staff here, that it doesn't matter to them when it happened, that they love me anyway. So.
We'd never guess it was your first time with public speaking. You're doing wonderful.
Thank you.
We were getting set up. We're like, got this, right? It's Twitch. It's live. No stressy. No stressy. Let's see, what else? Karen, do you have anything in particular you'd like to share with everyone today?
Yeah, I think for educational purposes, for human trafficking, there's two types of trafficking. Labor trafficking, that's when people are, working in the fields, or domestic servitude, and, they're working for no pay. Then there's sexual exploitation, and that's when women are sold for sexual exploitation and not allowed to keep any of the money. So our program and our therapy specializes on sexual women that have been sexually exploited, and that's a common bond that they have. And like Samantha says, her sexual exploitation happened when she was young. And some of ours the women have been both sexually exploited and labor trafficked. And as the ages here, one of the common questions we get is, what's your average age? And right now, the women that are here at the house, one just turned 24, and there's one woman that's 61 years old. So it crosses all ages, all socioeconomic strata. You know, we have some that women that haven't had the opportunity to get a high school diploma. And one of our recent graduates was a practicing attorney. And we've had social workers and registered nurses. So it's it's
not a discriminatory
problem.
It really isn't.
Victims, yeah.
Yeah, it really is not. The traffickers don't care what you do, how you look. They will grab you if they have an opportunity to. And
the traffickers are very smart. This is a business for them, because actually they're selling people. This is modern day slavery. And drug traffickers are getting out of selling drugs, because if you sell heroin or crack or whatever, if you get caught, you're caught. There's not a whole lot you can say. But if you have a girl or a boy or a man or a woman, you have a renewable commodity. So it's the fastest growing illegal crime network in the world. And they're very smart, and they're very patient. And so they're looking for somebody that's at a vulnerable stage of their life. So it doesn't have to be a young or middle life. It could be any age. And we've had some very successful professionals here that were going through change in life and trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Maybe their marriage didn't work, and so they were searching. And that's what they're looking for, is somebody that is searching. Doesn't matter what age, and they slowly groom.
Yeah, they groom them.
So we groom them, say, oh, come on, I'll take care of you. If you're young, I'll get you an iPad. If you're older, I'll give you some friendship.
Yeah.
And then they slowly, voluntarily join.
And they think it's a family.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they think. They make you feel like you're family, and that you're taken care of and loved, but that's not the truth. But you're so alone that's what you feel like. You feel like you're entering a family, but it's not true.
And then before you know it, then to be a part of the family, this is what you must do. Yeah. And then there's no place to go. Once you get in, it's like, how do you get out?
You don't, unless someone finds you. It's hard. You don't think your whole self-worth goes out the window, and you don't believe you can live without the family.
Or that's your whole value as a transaction.
Exactly. And they do things like they withhold food from you, and they make you go and recruit people. And if you aren't recruiting enough people, then you don't get ate, you don't get fat, you don't get Toasty has joined the court. There's a lot with traffickers. They're, like Karen said, they're really smart, and there really are books out there that you can read that will teach you how to groom somebody into becoming essentially a slave. And I'm just disgusted. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. you know. So we need more legislative help, you know. We need there to be stronger laws, and we need there to be stronger laws helping women get out of this. And that means not prosecuting them if they're caught like prostituting, because most of the time they're being forced to do that. They're not doing that willingly. And if they had like a group or something that could help talk to that girl when they got picked up, then those girls would feel safe enough to tell who that person is that is forcing them to do that. You know,
Yeah.
I just feel really, it's a lot. We go through a lot, and then sometimes we think we're gonna be, it's gonna change, and then, you know, they talk to the trafficker, and he talks them right out of any help. So.
Yeah, that's a really good point that Samantha makes, because one of the things we do is we work with law enforcement, you know, whether it be local, statewide, or federal, you know, FBI with Homeland Security, you know, local police, you know, state police, is to understand if they're a victim or if they're a criminal, because often when women are picked up, or, you know, they're treated as a criminal. And it's how law enforcement asks the questions to get at, are they a criminal or are they a victim? So many of our ladies have spent time in jail and incarcerated when actually they were being sold, but because they were accused of, we say, they weren't prostitutes, they were being prostituted. You know, they were being sold and never allowed to keep their money, and food withheld, shelter withheld.
Yeah.
In stream news, we have already raised $145.
Ah,
Wonderful. Thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you
so-
guys so much.
because we're
Go ahead.
we're working to expand our services, because our house is full, and we're, you know, our goal is we're working with state and federal funding to expand our services, because there's so many women out there that need this help, and you don't recover from this level of trauma in 30 or 60 days. I mean, it's long term to, you know, heal the whole body holistically, mind, body, and soul. And for what these women have experienced, you know, we can offer the services, but these women are the ones that do the work. They do the hard lifting. They're the heroes that, you know, came in so broken and so stripped of their identity. Many of them don't even have an identity. And they slowly take it back and find their path. And, you know,
it's offered to you here, and it's legit. Like, for the longest time, we've been promised a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and when we get here, we're not sure if it's real, because you've been mistreated for so long and had people tell you that this is what, you know, oh, I got you, I'm gonna take care of you, don't worry about it, I got it. And then you come here and those people are saying, these people are telling you that they're gonna help you, and you don't believe them at first, but then they do it. They help in so many different ways, and it's amazing, and they never let you down, not ever. They just they believe in us and they help us, and it's just amazing. And there needs to be more places like this, because there's not. And hopefully we can, you know, raise enough money to buy the property that we are on and expand. Yeah, because we need it. Women need that to see is proof. This place is proof that, you know, God exists and that he wants to help us. And that he doesn't want us to suffer anymore. For real. Because I'm not suffering anymore. You know, I'm healing like more and more every day. Every day.
Thank you, Kratos. Kratos just raided a moment ago. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, everybody. Right now, we are doing an interview with Sanctum House, hanging out with them for a little bit today to kick off the 36-hour Raid Train charity extravaganza. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We had another compliment for Samantha from Vala, saying, Samantha, your strength is infectious. Thank you for inspiring others to keep going. And Sanctum House, thank you for giving so many women hope, believing their stories, and encouraging them to speak out. Trafficking is so much more widespread and devastating than people realize. Thank you for bringing awareness to the reality of it.
You're welcome.
Hi, Miss T. Miss T says, where is Sanctum House located in Michigan? Greater Detroit? You guys are over in the Greater Detroit area, yes?
We just identify the county because we are a safe house, so we don't divulge the location, but we are in Oakland County in Michigan, right? Because we have women come from all over the country because there's so few safe houses. We have women here from Charleston. We've had them from Nashville, from Georgia, Oregon,
Arizona.
Yeah.
They come from everywhere. Because there are not houses like this anywhere else. So that's what we have to do. We have to touch people so that they will want to open up a Sanctum House somewhere else. Because it's needed.
Our Sanctum Houses everywhere.
Yes.
All of them, everywhere.
Yeah. One of the common questions we get is, how do the women find you? And so we've been open over 4 years now, and we're very integrated with local, state, and federal law enforcement. So when there's, busts or stings broken up across the country or trafficking rings, we'll often be called. But we also work with the recovery centers in the area. We're on the national hotline. There's a national hotline for trafficking, 1-800-373-888-373. We work with, like I said, recovery centers and hospitals. So and I'm really proud of our reputation of the quality of work we do. We partner with a lot of the universities in the area, including University of Michigan, Michigan School of Psychology, Wayne State University. We have psychologists doing their internships here and practicum work. We have social workers doing their internships and practicum work here. So we're staying on the front end of how to treat such serious trauma.
Wonderful.
We need that. Where do we ever need that?
What are some of we talked a little bit about expanding what Sanctum House can do with like literal expansion, more space for more women. What is kind of the plan for the future for you guys?
Well, we have an active capital campaign, and we're working with the state on state funds at the state level. I've testified, so we're in Michigan. Lansing is our capital. Last month, I testified at the state capitol to provide funding for expansion of our services. We have a beautiful home here.
Here we do.
It's over 6,000 square feet, and we're on a property we rented, but we're on a property that has 3 similar buildings. And so our goal is to buy the property and have a whole healing campus. And so I petitioned in Lansing to the state appropriations committee to provide money for us to expand and expand our services. We're talking at the federal level too, so we're doing everything we can, and also with private funders to expand and grow our services. It's really needed, and it doesn't have. We don't service just Michigan; we service the whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kratos, thank you for the donation. We have another donation. We're now at $195 already to kick us off in the first 40 minutes.
Yep. That's great.
Thank you.
All the money goes directly to these ladies for, for food, for shelter, for education, for medical needs. We have great community partners. One of the health systems in the area provides all health care to the ladies. They come in and they get a physical within the first month or so. And some of them haven't had a physical maybe in decades, because their traffickers don't care.
We get a physical sooner than that.
Okay.
We get a physical in the first week we're here. And the staff goes with us. And that's the nice thing, because we don't have to be by ourselves. So they take care of us. Medical comes first to make sure that we're okay. So that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That we don't have to go alone at that.
Yeah, that's gotta be. If you haven't been to the doctor in a million years, going to the doctor by yourself does not sound
Scary.
fun when you're used to it. Much less going all by yourself when you haven't been there, so you don't know.
And it's scary.
Mm.
And also, we have an oral surgeon that provides all dental care to our women, and most of them have very severe oral hygiene issues. Many are without teeth because of either the drugs or abuse. Sam has a whole new set of teeth.
Yeah, I got a whole brand new set when shortly after I got here, and that I never thought was ever going to be possible. And it lifts your spirit so much, and just makes it changes your life when you have a good smile. It really does.
Keep smiling. We love to see it.
Thank you.
We have a question here. How involved is the government in supporting this issue? I know you guys have been doing a lot of work with state and federal, but how does that tend to go? Like, how much support do you get from them?
Well, at the state, this is getting very active. In fact, I'm in the process of writing a grant right now that would help expand money for more services for more women, and also there was a proposal put to the state budget committee earlier this week to provide money to Sanctum House to buy the property we're on, expand the facility. So we're working on both sides of the facility, expand to have more housing available, and also writing a grant to provide money for more services, for salaries for more therapists, and staff to have, because we have staff 24/7. We have staff here in the afternoons, on the weekends, and then there is a woman that lives here, so they're never alone at night, which is also a very scary time. So we're working both ends, and we're also in the process of petitioning federal budget for some money.
Exciting. Well, best of luck that those all go through.
Thank you.
Just getting the whole property with the other 2 buildings would be absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Yep.
That would essentially triple the number of residents you can have.
Yeah, we can serve more women. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
Absolutely amazing. Alrighty, we have a few more minutes if there's anything else chat would like to ask, or anything you two would like to add.
One more service that we provide these strong women is legal services, and it's really important because you can take your life back, you can get healthy, you can, go through the therapy. But many of the women come in with either open warrants or records, and many of them have felonies because they were caused while they were being trafficked. So we work with through the Michigan Bar Association, and we have access to some of the best lawyers in the state, and they do this all pro bono to help the women. We also have issues with child custody. Many of the women have children. They lost it while they were being trafficked. Some were put into the system for foster care. So we have a lot of different legal issues, but for each woman, we find a path to help them clear up their legal issues. Because also once they leave and they're fully employed, they're fully employed before they leave here, if you have anything on your record, it really inhibits your ability to take your life back. So we provide the legal support too, and the community has been incredibly supportive of that.
They also help you if you've been on disability for a long time. They really help you get back in the workforce. That's what I'm experiencing. So it's pretty amazing. It's empowering for me.
Samantha put together a first resume a week or so ago.
I did.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I had seizures when I got here, and I haven't had a seizure since I got here. So I'm pretty excited about going back to work.
Wonderful. Amazing. We have another comment. Is there any way that people can help push any of this on like the state and federal level, calling representatives? Is there anything that we can do on that front?
Absolutely, because the state government is very aware of the work we do, and we've had some very good conversations, and this has been a relationship for the last 2 or 3 years. Actually, we were scheduled to get some money from the state 2 years ago, and then COVID hit, and all the money that was scheduled to come here went into PPE back when we didn't have masks and we didn't have the support at the hospitals. So now that COVID is done, we're back in the conversation. So anybody that could petition their state senator or representative, state or federal level. Our U.S. Congresswoman visits here each January. During January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and so she was here just a couple months ago, or last month, and met with the women, and she's working, at the federal level. So any support anywhere, we really appreciate it. Education is what it's about. If people don't know what's going on and what the services are needed, we're never going to get our hands on this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Just being more aware of what's going on is helpful enough.
Yep.
Alrighty. Any other questions from chat? If you guys have anything you want to ask before we let our lovely guests go, holler it out. We have all I want to say is thank you to Sanctum House for everything, and much love to Samantha for being brave and sharing her story. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much.
All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate
Thank you.
it. Rachel, thanks so much.
Alrighty.
Bye. I don't know what to do.
Alrighty. I'm going to put the stream on pause. It is now 12:45, so I've stolen you guys for a whole entire hour of your time. So thank you so much. Super excited for the rest of the event. And thank you all so much thank you guys for being here. Hearts for chat. All the love. Thank you guys so much. For stream, I'm gonna go on like 2-minute break, and I will be right back. Un momento.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.